What up, players?
What's up, man?
This is my podcast. I don't even know what I'm gonna name this yet. What do you think would be a good name?
I don't know.
I guess we're not gonna
figure it out.
Yeah. We're not gonna. I guess we won't think about that right now. Anyways, for my very first episode, I have the amazing, the brutal, the sexy, Timothy Houghton, also known as TJ, also known as TJ The Teej, and unknowingly known as Teej Lock Holmes.
Unknowingly known, yeah.
It's not open to the public yet.
No. Nah. Not yet.
So, how you doing, TJ?
I've been all right. I've been making moves in life and trying to make myself better. I had joined the Army and just got out of basic last week. So.
Yeah, I wanted to touch on that a little bit. So first, I guess kind of give me some background, what made you be interested in the Army.
So, my family, they're a big military family, so it was a lot of push from my uncles and stuff to join, and, I kind of started doing research on my own and figuring out that it'll help with college and help with, benefits afterwards, and I sat down and talked with a bunch of recruiters. Shout out to Sergeant Lima.
Shout out
he
Sergeant
recruited
Lima.
me. Sergeant Lima, yeah, good guy. But yeah, no, I signed the paperwork last December and went in June. It was pretty good. I mean, it was hot all the time, but
starting off. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I guess when you started off in boot camp, how was that like? Were you nervous at all?
So I wasn't really nervous. The hardest part about it was not being able to talk to my family every day. I'm very close with my brother and my mom and stuff, and just not being able to talk to them, about my problems and about what I'm stressing about. It was hard, but that's when you make your friends there, and they'll be your friends for a long time afterwards. My bay, we got in a lot of trouble a couple times, but we did it together as a family, so
that's
definitely some of the best moments.
That's better than just getting shit on for by yourself.
Yeah, it's way better than getting shit on by your.
So you're doing pretty good socially then?
It's hard because you have to be careful on what you say and what you do.
Yeah.
Being, just getting into the military, because everybody's watching you and you're walking on, eggshells around everything, especially your NCOs and stuff. And the drill sergeants are on you about every little thing. You do something wrong, they're gonna let you know that you did something wrong.
I was wondering, so I've only seen boot camp, in media, movies or TV shows. Would you say that stuff like that is kind of exaggerated a bit?
Most definitely.
For example, with drill sergeants being all over the top and yelling all the time, and just being general assholes. What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, they're gonna be assholes, but they have to be so particular about everything, because when you're in basic, you're learning to be uh, you're learning to be a soldier, and like complacency gets people killed.
Right.
So they're always in your face about something. But you know, they're humans too, so they have a soft side. Like they know that you've got problems, and they know that, you know, life goes on after this.
Are they social at all with you? Like, do they talk to you about, I don't know, like movies?
They don't really tell us about like their life, like problems and stuff like that. But like when Black Panther died, I don't know his name.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman, yeah. When he passed, they told us, and
right,
like they told us about like what sports teams were playing and who was winning and who was losing and stuff like that. And that helped a lot. Just the simple fact of, you know, like we don't get to watch TV. We don't get to look at the news. We don't even know what weather, like what's the weather going to be like. They kind of strip you of that to get you focused on what you need to know.
Right.
So they like made sure that we were doing everything right though. But they were, towards the end, they were really cool. And when I got shipped to the reception to get shipped out from that base, you know, the drill sergeants were like, yeah, you guys are going to do fine. You guys were a good class and everything like that.
That's good to know.
But they have to be ready for the next set, you know, the next set of kids to come in, or next set of, you know, young adults or adults come in.
Right. Yeah, I was wondering too. So like, how does like the age range work for you guys? Are you like set in groups like with people your age, or is it just kind of like a jumbled mess?
So it's whoever's there. We had like a 37-year-old.
Right, I was just gonna ask, you have like some 40-year-old motherfuckers just there?
I'm gonna tell you what, man, those guys, like, they work hard.
I bet, yeah.
And they don't give up. One of my battle buddies, his name's Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good guy. He's got a kid and everything, and he came in and worked his ass off and just bump and grind and got it done, you know.
Shout out Lopez.
Yeah, shout out Lopez. He probably won't ever hear this, but
that's okay.
Shout out him.
It's good to shout people out.
Yeah, I can shout him out because he's chilling still. But yeah, you get close with those guys really quick. They become like your brothers because it's us against the drill sergeants most of the time.
Right. So, like, I'm sorry, you were gonna add something.
Well, that's what one of my drill sergeants said is, our job is for you to hate us so much that you guys only have each other to go to. So, like that really stuck out to me.
It's a tough philosophy, but I mean, I bet it's effective.
It is. I mean, it is.
I wanted to ask too, like, you just have like a couple stories, I guess, that you could kind of tell us. I guess if any time from when you joined.
I got two pretty good ones. So I got one about me and one of the drill sergeants I had, and then another about our senior drill sergeant.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll tell you the one about me and the other drill sergeant. So we have this thing called Access Control Guard.
Okay.
ACG. You just get up and you stand in the hallway for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun. It sucks. And when you get like the 0200 to the 0300 shift, and you got to be up at 4:30 to go to formation and work out, it sucks.
Right.
So I was on shift with my battle, and we had been cleaning the whole, like, we cleaned the whole floor in like 25 minutes. So it was super quick. And then one of the guys that were down in the CQ, which is where the drill sergeants are at, came up, and one of the drill sergeants on shift, we gave him the nickname Drill Sergeant Spaghetti, because his last name looked like spaghetti. And we weren't allowed to call him that because he would get really mad. And so one of the guys came up, and I was like, "Hey man, how's it going down there?" And he's like, "Oh, it's going good, but the drill sergeant's listening to his music really loud." And I was like, "Oh, well, just call him Drill Sergeant Spaghetti. He'll turn it down for you." And he went down and he said that to him. And this drill sergeant was pretty tall. So he comes up the stairs, and I just see this brown round coming down the hallway as fast as he could.
Oh,
and
shit.
He gets in my face and he's like, "You think it's fucking funny, Private?" I was so scared. I didn't know what was going on. I don't know what I did. And then he's like, I was like, "No, Drill Sergeant, I don't think it's funny." And he's like, "Why would you tell him to call me that?" And I just started laughing.
Oh, no.
And the next day, he pulled me and the same kid no, it was the day after, because he got the next day off. The day after, he pulled me and the kid into the war bay, which is our classroom. Mm-hmm. And he made us hold our M4s by the charging handle while charging the weapon and the front sight post. And we had to wall sit. So you're holding this like 7-pound weapon out with tension, because you have to pull the charging handle back and you have to hold the front sight post.
Right.
And like, it sucks. It starts to hurt after the first like 45 seconds to a minute. It's just terrible.
How long did he have you guys do that?
It was like a couple minutes, but like he thought it was funny.
Right.
At the end, he told me, he was like, that was some funny shit. But he had us there for like 5 minutes. It wasn't too bad. I'd never want to do it again, but it wasn't too bad. So, and then the senior drill sergeant one was, our senior was walking up and down the hallway doing bed checks, making sure everybody was in their bays and everything like that. And one of my buddies was like, "All right, let's mess around with our senior." So he got on the floor and he was laying at the position of attention, which is what you see most military guys do when they hold their arms at their side and they stand straight up like a pillar. And when an NCO walks in the room, you have to call at ease. So he's laying on the ground at the position of attention, and he sees him come in, and he goes, "At ease." And while he was doing that, we were all staring at our wall lockers. So he walks into one person in the middle, laying on the ground, and all of us lined up, like staring at our wall lockers. And so he walks in and out, and we have to call ADs every time he walks in and every time he walks out. So we did that for like 25 minutes.
Oh my god.
He was making a beat out of it and everything. That was a pretty good day though, because we went to the range and we all qualified pretty good. So he was in a good mood. I got another story for you. So yeah. The drill sergeant Spaghetti was walking around upstairs doing the rounds, making sure everybody's not sleeping and not fighting or anything like that. And he walks by our bay and goes to the next bay over, and they're doing something stupid as fuck. So he's like, "All right, everybody, push-ups." So he's walking, he's making sure everybody's doing push-ups, and when he walks by our room, we get into a pyramid, like you see the cheerleaders do. Mm-hmm. And he walks by our bay, and then like kind of slowly tilted his head back, And he's like, "Privates, what the fuck are you guys doing?" And then he calls our bay leader, who was doing studying in the war bay. And our bay leader just cracks up laughing. So at final formation, he made us do it in front of the platoon, and then we got smoked for it, which it wasn't too bad. But yeah, it was. I had a pretty good time at basic. Like that's the most fun I'd never do again.
That's good to hear, man. I'm glad, because I was definitely thinking about you, hoping you were doing all right. So it's good to hear this.
Yeah, I mean, like, shit happens. You know, life sucks while you're there. You don't get much sleep, but it makes you a better person almost.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, obviously it's a grind, but I imagine it definitely is meaningful.
Yeah.
Depends on how good of a person you are.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that too. Like all the physical work you have to do. Like, could you talk a bit more about that? Like, is it?
So
Yeah.
it's not bad. If you go in and you're like, oh, I don't give a crud about this. I'm gonna do my own thing, and you don't do the PT right, and you kind of slack off when you're doing push-ups and stuff. It's gonna be hard for you. But if you go in and you're like, all right, well, I'll do the PT and I'll do a little extra in my room, like it's good for you, you know.
Right.
And you start to get stronger, and like you can lose weight. Like I lost a bit of weight while I was there, and you just feel better about yourself. Like they make us do stupid stuff for no reason, like low crawl across the PT pit because somebody decided to fall asleep during one of the classes. Like just stupid shit.
Right.
And it's good for you. It helps build spirit. Like I had rolled my ankle at the beginning of blue phase, which is, we can get into that after this story.
Sure.
And there's a 10-mile ruck march to the final field training exercise. And I walked 10 miles, and I rucked 10 miles on a rolled ankle. Did I complain? Hell yeah, I did, but I did it.
Right.
So, the phases are, you've got 3 phases. Red, white, and blue. They're just to show where you're at in progression. See how far you're in your training. It's
yeah.
It's not bad.
You
Go ahead.
yeah, sorry. No, I just, if I'm being honest, I lost my train of thought.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, are you planning on sticking with this then, like, or is it kind of too early to call it? Because I know you're talking. You were earlier. You're talking about how you saw a lot of advantages. Like they do support you a lot, like financially. They do help you get into colleges and kind of move your career forward if you choose to do so. Or you can stay in the Army and kind of go up the ranks. Are you deciding one side, or are you still kind of just seeing how the,
I don't
just
really
playing?
know how.
Yeah.
At this moment in time, I'm just starting my job training. Like not even starting my job training yet. But
And that is again.
what was that?
What are you doing again? Like, what's your job?
Just commo stuff. Just radios.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just starting that, so it's really too early to call whether I'm gonna stay in for 20 years or not. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do in the Army and that can help you out, but I want a family and stuff like that. I want to go to college.
Right.
So,
You want little TJs.
yeah, I want little TJs.
Random, but do you have a preference on like whether you'd have a would you prefer to have a daughter or a son?
I want both.
You want both? So then I guess I'll ask, how many kids are you hoping to have then?
I want like two or three.
All right.
Just, I don't want a bunch of kids. I don't want a bunch of little TJs running around.
It might be dangerous.
But that would be dangerous, wouldn't it?
It's too many rappers.
Too many things to do. Like my parents had a lot of kids, so they were like, yeah, like we enjoy it, but it's a lot of money.
Right. I imagine that stretches you pretty thin.
Yeah. But no, like if I'm gonna keep it real, I want like 2 or 3. Probably a boy and 2 girls, or probably a boy and 2 girls.
Right. I wanted to ask too, like, what's the bunking situation for you now?
What was that?
What's the bunking situation for you now? Like now that you're done with boot camp?
I'm in a room. It's like a dorm room for college almost. Mm-hmm. I've got 2 battles in here. They're both same. They got the same job as me, so like we just hang out. They're cool,
Yeah. Would any of them want to say something, or they don't need to? It's fine.
One of them's going to bed for school, and the other one's on the other side of the room. He says hi.
Hey, shout out that guy.
Shout out to that guy, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I saw some. Because I have some other friends too that are also serving right now, and they showed me some of like what their rooms looks like right now. It looks pretty good. Like, do you guys basically like have all your shit in there? Like, do you have like a microwave and like fridges?
No, we don't. We're not allowed to have food. We're allowed to like have drinks at some capacity. Like, you're not supposed to have more than one up here, and it's supposed to be like an energy drink or something, or not an energy drink, but an electrolyte drink.
So then how do meals work then?
Nobody cares.
Yeah, rule 1, nobody cares. You go to this place that it's the dining facility,
mm-hmm.
and you just eat. They got food there. You say, hey, I want this, this, and this, and you eat.
What kind of things do they got? Is it like good?
They switch it. It's hit or miss sometimes.
Would you compare it to like cafeteria food, or is it kind of better?
It's better than like high school cafeteria food.
Okay, that's definitely good to know.
Yeah, no, it's better. It's better.
What's your favorite thing to get there?
I like the cheeseburgers.
Yeah, cheeseburger.
And I always make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich while I'm there.
Hell yeah, dude! That sounds yummy.
It's I've gotten so used to eating peanut butter and jelly, like I have to have one,
Right. Kind of wanted to move along onto another topic if you're all right with that.
Go ahead.
So, for some people that do know this, TJ and I have a certain affiliation. We make music together.
Yeah, we do. All the time.
All the time. Under the name TJ The Teej. Well, actually, first of all, like real quick, I'm just wondering. I forgot to ask earlier. Have you really come out at all, like around the army, like about your rapping?
Hell no.
You afraid you're gonna get flamed for that?
No, not that. There's explicit things that I've said that I would not like people to know about, and it's not.
Right.
It's not that I'm ashamed of it, but it's like.
You'd rather not right now.
At this point, no.
Yeah, not right now.
I've seen drill sergeants who make music and stuff like that, and they get flamed for it. Like like hardcore by their battle buddies and stuff.
Right.
And that ain't me, boss. That ain't me.
I think it's kind of unfair. I think because like if you're a certain age and they and you have friends that like know that you make music, you're already open to ridicule. Like they're just gonna shit on you even if it's like good or bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, but my music's good, so
Yeah.
I'm not worried about getting shit
Nah,
on.
you get acclaims. You won a Grammy, dude.
I did.
Yeah. Basically though, TJ and I guess to throw a little anecdote. I started working on music together around my 8th grade year.
Oh gosh,
So you were a
forever
freshman.
ago, you know.
Yeah, so like you were a freshman and I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
That was we got a lot closer around like the later half of middle school. We've known each other.
Yeah.
Since,
We've known each other for forever. But
Yeah, since like I was in 5th grade or some shit. I knew your brother first though.
You did know my brother first.
Yeah. You were my brother's friend, so I didn't know you too well until you started coming over like every day. So then we just kind of bit of curb, but I fucking love this guy. This guy TJ.
Yeah.
I love this guy. We definitely butted heads.
It took us a long time to get to like each other though.
we butted heads for a bit, but I think it all worked out in the end. That's what I
remember when you pushed me over and like fucked up my wrist?
You know what though? That was your fault.
That was 100% your fault.
Dude, okay. Basically, I was running a cross-country meet at the school. I was in the middle of a cross-country meet, and TJ would stay after school because he'd get picked up later. So TJ saw me running. I was competing against, I don't know, it was probably Mirror or something, Mirror Middle School.
Yeah, it was Mirror.
And TJ just like, he saw me and he's like, "Hey Jonah, how you doing, buddy?" And I'm like, "I really can't talk right now. I'm running." And then he started like jogging beside me. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna run too." And then he started running a bit faster. And he's like, "I'm gonna go ahead of you or whatever." And then you just kind of got in front of me, and basically me like, I'm not gonna mince words. I did push you. I pushed you to the ground.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
The dude fell. And what happened to you again? What, did you sprain your wrist?
I don't even know. I had to wear a brace on it for a while though.
Yeah,
It was like a couple of weeks.
It
wasn't a big deal, but like it kind of hurt, you know.
Yeah, you like sprained your wrist or some shit. I did stop though.
Yeah.
I did stop after I
For
did
like
it.
for like a second.
I was still competing.
Still
Whatever.
competing?
We can, this is like a situation where we can point fingers at each other, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We're both
bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
We're both adults.
we squashed it. We're both adults here. But yeah, I mean, kind of as we got closer, we had a lot of jokes, a lot of inside jokes.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, between me, also my buddy Xander, we all kind of got closer, all three of us. I remember when we all hung out. We all hung out for like several days, like just the three of us, and that was probably like some of the best times ever.
That was lit, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
we don't got to talk about it, but you remember tea leaves?
Yeah. That's an insight. That's for us.
Yeah, that's 100% for us.
But basically around that time, we kind of came up with the idea like, yo, what if TJ fucking rapped? Like, what if we made him a rapper? And we just thought it was the funniest shit ever. I don't know, TJ. I don't know if you found it funny at the moment, because
I enjoy it a lot more than I did. I will say that.
You what? I'm sorry.
I enjoy it now a lot more than I did back then.
Yeah, because looking back on it, I feel like you got the impression that we were making fun of you in a way. And
oh, that's not what it was about?
Nah, dude, we were praising you, dude.
Holy shit.
Like, okay, the first few songs that we made, Use a Fool and I'm Gonna Steal Your Girl.
Yeah, they were pretty solid.
Fucking classics. And
not even gonna lie.
They yeah, dude, I mean, wait, you're stealing girls, you're you're beating people up, you know. That's just
Beating
kind of
people.
like in the song, you know, not in real life. Maybe you stole a girl or two. Maybe I feel like you did. No, we won't talk about it.
We won't talk about that.
But yeah, around that time, it was fucking crazy because I don't think there was like anyone around the area that was doing something like that. There were a couple of people that were like SoundCloud rappers, sure, but I don't think with the level of like collaboration that we were having. Like, I think we were just genuinely having fun, and
yeah, a lot of the guys were taking it too seriously.
You know,
we were having fun, and
yeah,
I think we made them look bad. I think that's what it was, because people would be like, "Oh yeah, your shit's garbage," and I'd be like, "Nah, dude, that's fucking like I'm having fun."
Yeah.
And they'd get mad because I told them I was having fun. And
I mean, yeah, it's the society's kind of toxic sometimes, dude. Like, I mean,
yeah,
people will just bring you down just to feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
Not saying that like we're better than anyone else because we make music or something, but that doesn't mean you gotta take me down just because I'm trying to express myself in a way, you know.
Yeah, in a way that other people, you know, don't.
Yeah,
express themselves,
could potentially be jealous of, because it's a talent, you know. Whatever, but yeah. So how many albums do we have now under TJ?
3.
3, yeah, 3 albums.
Oh.
You're totally right. Fucking crazy. I feel like it's more. I feel like it was more, but that's not true. We only had 3 under TJ.
Like, you gotta remember, we released the 2 singles, and then we released a single here or there, and
wait, actually we had I'm Gonna Steal Your Girl, Use a Fool, we also had Find Some Time. Those were the 3 songs that we made. And
the singles?
Yeah, those are like, we originally just made that the mixtape. The first album you made, Stop Throwing the Ball at Me, gosh darn it. But then
it was originally like,
it was just 3 tracks. It was like maybe 12 minutes.
No, there's no way. We made more music for that.
Yeah, no, because I was getting there, because like freshman year, like my freshman year when you were a sophomore, that's when we decided like, hey, we should definitely add more shit to this and make this like a decent length album. So that's when we added more tracks, you know, because that's when I started getting into producing too.
Yeah, and you got really good at it then, doing the producing and making beats and stuff.
I appreciate
like,
it.
A little plug here, but check out TJ The Teej on SoundCloud and on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on. I'm very happy to say it is on like all major streaming platforms.
It is. Is it on YouTube?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
It is on everything. It's on iTunes. It's on Amazon Music.
Shit, it's on iTunes? Bet.
Bro, it's on everything. Like, seriously. It's dope. Honestly, like, it's crazy because it was a lot easier than I thought it was. I just never gotten around to doing it. But
right.
I think back to, like, me in 8th grade or, like, you in freshman year and, like, looking at us now, like, it is kind of crazy. It kind of gives you a bit of whiplash. Like, definitely came a long way from when we first recorded I'm Gonna Steal Your Girl.
We got really good at like recording this shit too. Like
we had a system.
We did the second album in like a day. Like you came over like at 9 o'clock in the morning and we finished it by like 4.
Yeah, let me get to that, because that was fucking crazy.
That was a crazy day, man.
Yeah, because the second album, a lot of changes, which that one means a lot to me personally. Like that one definitely, I like that one a lot. It was probably my favorite. I like Ascension the most though. I think Ascension is the most solid. I think a lot of changes is very fun for me, but Stop Throwing the Ball at Me, gosh darn it, is also the one with that's like the golden age.
That is OG TJ The Teej.
That's OG Teej. Because we got shit
original, like
You got like Money and Ladies and like Bear Folk Song.
Yeah.
God, I still remember like the process of making those. I remember Bear Folk Song and how
You remember the video for Bear Folk Song? That was funny.
the music video was amazing. I had so much fun doing that. That was great.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that as well.
I remember too for Bear Folk Song, there's the harmonica solo, and I remember I bought this like, I was like, we need a harmonica because like I thought I had one but I didn't, and we just kind of planned it. We were just like, there has to be a harmonica solo, but like we didn't really know how to play it professionally, but we were just like, we need one.
And then your mom made us go to the dollar store and get a harmonica.
Yeah, a plastic fucking trash harmonica that like you had to like blow your lungs out to be able to play it. So
and it sounded so bad.
Yeah, neither you nor Ben could play it because like you both kind of had like asthma.
Smoker's lungs.
Yeah, like he had like asthma at the time, and so I was like the only
asthma.
one.
Fuck you.
You had asthma. You had arthritis. You had everything.
Man, come say that to me now. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm cracking my knuckles.
No, I heard it faintly.
Faintly.
No, but like, yeah, it was so fun doing the harmonica solo because like we just did it like in one take. I was just kind of like, I'm like, whatever, TJ, just hit record. I'm like, pew, pew. And if you hear like at the very end of the harmonica solo, I'm just out of breath. So,
yeah, that was an experience, man.
Yeah, it's shit like that like, I don't know, I like looking back fondly on it. I think that's why I like a lot of changes and Stop Throwing a Ball at Me, gosh darn it, like so much. Because I think Ascension is like, I mean, we'll get to that in a second, but that one definitely is the most professional, I would say.
Yeah.
But
it was very well put together, I will say.
The first two just kind of like, they had their flaws, but like that was what was so like endearing about it. That was what was so like charming to me, you know? Maybe some other person would listen to it and be like, this is ass, but I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't, man.
Because most people found it funny and entertaining, so why should I care if someone is upset about it?
Hey, man, I'm going to be for real with you.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of clicking in my audio, it's, I'm working on a project right now.
That's okay. It's not too noticeable.
So, I mean, sucks to suck.
Yeah, a lot of changes. I think that's the longest one. It's like, I want to say it's like 35 minutes, maybe 40, because it has like 14 tracks or something.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into a lot of changes, but it was so quick. You know?
Oh yeah, you're right. You gotta. So, I basically just kind of like cobbled some of the shit together, and we had a couple singles already released. We had Where I'm At. That's with me on it. We had Where I'm At, and then we had was it Chef Boyardee?
Yeah.
Wait.
Because the origin of that song was that that day I had that discussion at the lunch table.
Right.
You guys were asking me about World War II, and
because there's a running
how
gag.
Chef Boyardee was how it was correlated.
There's a running gag too that like you're an old man.
Yeah.
So we'd ask you stuff about like history, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I was there." Be like,
Oh yeah, I served with him.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, you're right. I just came over to your house, and you're right. It was like 9 to 4 maybe, and we just plowed right through it.
Yeah, we got it done.
Yeah.
Quick.
Efficiently too, very efficiently.
And we just sat down in my room and just grinded.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it didn't feel like rushed to me. That's what I appreciate about it, because I was scared about it. I'm like, is this gonna like turn out to be like ass? But nah, dude, I loved it.
It turned out to be really good.
Yeah. Not to stroke my bottom, but yeah.
I say it was good. I had a lot of anxiety when releasing that one too, because we had so much writing on it, because it was like
It was
the album where we turned on the seriousness, and
it was definitely double downing on like you being like an artist, you know.
Yeah, it was good though, man. I really appreciated doing it, and I had a lot of fun.
For sure. I mean, yeah, I guess that's why a lot of changes is kind of like personal to me, because it's like, as I just kind of said, it was kind of double downing on everything, because we could just have stop throwing the ball at me, gosh darn it, and people just be like, aha, funny meme or whatever, which it is really funny. I enjoy listening to it. It cracks me up all the fucking time. But a lot of changes, while it does have like a bunch of meme shit on it still, it's like to the next level, first of all, like, because it's just a lot more intricate and there's a lot more work being done on that. And there's a lot of me producing. I didn't produce everything on that, mind you, but I produced, like, I want to say 80% of that. I also did like 90% of Stop Throwing the Ball to Me, but it just wasn't anywhere near as hard as it was for a lot of changes. A lot of changes like took some fucking effort from me. But I mean,
yeah, because we, like I said, man, we turned on the seriousness there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I guess that's why I appreciate it a lot, because I just think it's a really good listen, you know. I remember Mason, we would hang out, and I gave him a CD of a lot of changes, and whenever we would drive, he would just be playing it. So I have fond memories of that. And I picked you up too when we were gonna be filming. I picked you up and we just listened through a lot of changes as well. So
I'm gonna be for real with you. I completely forgot. If I sat down and listened to it now, I could probably do all of my music, but
right. It was
I don't know.
Oh shit, we didn't even say like your concert though, like the TJ concert. Putting that together was that was a dream come true. Like, I did not know that would happen.
Oh yeah, doing the concert.
Yeah, that was
That was stressful.
We did that in the choir room.
Anxiety was on 110% because we had all those IA kids like laughing at me because
people were coming in for the meme, but I thought that was kind of okay. Like, they were really like rambunctious, and they were heckling the shit out of both of us, but I didn't care too much. I was worried though that it would get to you, but dude, you pulled through, man, and it was crazy. It was crazy that like we did it like in our high school choir room, just like last minute, like with like a week's notice maybe to like set up everything, which I thought would be enough, but maybe I didn't have as much initiative as I probably do now. But we filled the place. We filled the room.
We did too.
So that,
not even gonna joke, we filled that whole place.
We filled the fucking room, and that meant a lot. Like, that was really cool, you know?
Yeah.
That was also when we made the merch. We made the shirts and everything.
You cut out there, my bad.
That was when we were making like the merch and everything.
Oh yeah, we did.
So that was also really cool, and it was just great, you know. So many people enjoyed it, and I remember so many people kind of came over to us after and was like, "Hey man, I really enjoyed that," you know, like I had a great time, and that just meant the world to me, and I'm sure it meant a lot to you as well.
Yeah, oh yeah. Like, as soon as all the IA kids left, because that was a lot of them. There was like 20 of them there, and they were just heckling and fucking running their mouths, and one of them came up on stage and tried to give me their drink, and I was like,
yeah, that was ridiculous.
I didn't know what to do, man.
That fucking kid, he did the same shit to me too, but I played into it because, well, for people that don't know, I opened for him with my personal rapper one, Joe. So, cause like, it was kind of a last minute decision, honestly, because we were just gonna do you and like that was gonna be it, but we realized that you needed a bit more time to prep, so I'm like, let me just do like several songs and then we'll get you on there, which I think that worked out.
It did. I sat in that room freaking out though. Like Logan was in there with me and he's
Yeah.
like, dude, why are you freaking out? And I was like, I gotta go sing all these songs and I don't know if I remember them or not.
Right. Yeah, I mean, God, do you remember Kevin though when we added him into the show?
Oh yeah.
That was great. I love that.
Killed it, man.
Yeah, Kevin and Tegan, when we had them all in there, and we had that whole like kind of stage act basically where Kevin's just heckling you the entire time, and then at some point you just get fed up and you're like, "You think you can do better, man?" Kevin's like, "Yeah," and he grabs the mic and he just does like this whole diss track against TJ.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then it's like, I earn a lot of respect for you, man. We should hop on a track together. And we're like, then we just grab Tegan for no reason, and then we all do Monday Thoughts.
Yeah, Money Thoughts was fun.
Yeah.
That one I had a lot of fun doing Money Thoughts.
Yeah, that was probably like, that went the hardest on my album for me. It was that I never made like a posse cut like that, so it was really cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish we would have had more, like a different amount of people on the albums, like, just a little bit more like well-known people. Like, try to get the music out there a little bit more. But
yeah, that would have been.
You
cool,
never know, man. Lizzo, she got popular for a song that she wrote like 2 or 3 years ago because of TikTok.
Right.
And you can get famous for shit you do 10 years back,
Hey, I mean, it's not like you didn't get any street cred from this. You fucking, word didn't go around the street. Like, you won a Grammy after a lot of changes. Which, that was crazy, dude. Like, Cardi B, like, was so happy for you. That was crazy. But no, I mean, in all seriousness, like, I was very surprised by like how it kind of took off, because it did for a bit,
Yeah, like a lot of changes took off like pretty hardcore, and then Ascension, I don't know, man. Ascension got around the place I was living at, so people were like asking me like, a lot of questions about it.
Right, Ascension.
Because Aaron shows everybody the music and everything like that.
Yeah, Ascension.
And my dad was bumping that shit like the day it came out.
That one's definitely gotten like the most respect,
Yeah.
For sure.
We worked super hard on that.
We did. Yeah, we should touch on Ascension now, probably.
That shit was rough, dude.
It was also very much like a lot of changes. It was recorded very quickly, like probably in 2 days, I would say. 2 or 3 days. Which...
We were sleep deprived. We were fucking...
It wasn't as bad as like a lot of changes. The thing is, it's like different though, because I found a lot of changes easier. Because the thing about Ascension that was harder was, it was very much like the idea to do that album was very last minute. Like, we just kind of connected after like a second, because you're busy setting up like your enlistment and everything, and we just kind of got back in touch and we're like, fuck it, let's do another album. We just kind of had that thought.
That kind of was like that was a last minute, like, yeah, man, let's fucking do it.
For sure.
And
the thing is, I had no material prepared beforehand, so a lot of it was like in the moment, which was, it was good. It was really good, like for me too, because I don't usually do that. I like to have a lot of structure and I like to work things out beforehand, but it was cool kind of going in like freely like that and just like kind of flowing with shit, because that resulted in some of the best songs.
Some of the best music I think we've made, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, in all honesty, like some of the best shit we ever made. And the features too, like everyone just went off. Like it was.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we managed to get everyone on there. Like we had Ginger Ninja, which we didn't mention yet. Ginger Ninja,
Oh yeah, man.
who's been on every album. So he's a veteran in the TJ universe. I want to get a feature from him. I'm gonna get another one. Great fucking guy. We had Tegan as well, Lil Ya.
Lil Ya was on there.
Yep, he was on Face. And then we had Kevin on the KJ Soto outro, which, dude, like, honestly, man, like Kevin like popped the fuck off on that. Like I was so happy with it.
I was like, damn, bro.
It sucked because it's only like 50 seconds. It was so good to the point where I was like, I wish I made this like a full song.
Right.
Because like it was that good.
Yeah.
Because
no, man,
like, dude, like no disrespect to like Kevin at all. You know, it was just like I was just in the mindset where it was like, yeah, like it'll be fine. He's gonna do his part, you know. But like he just like went above and beyond, and it was just crazy. I was so happy, you know. You also had Chase, Butter Doc.
Yeah, we had Chase, Butter Doc.
On The Man, which The Man is becoming one of my favorite tracks. It's very, it's definitely one of the most fun because I guess a bit background with that song. That song like sticks out to me in particular because we all wrote it. Like everyone in the room. It was basically me, you, Ben, Tegan, and Chase. Like we all just wrote it like line for line. Which was
we did because that one took us what, like 25-30 minutes to make, like all together.
Probably even shorter.
Chase had to run.
Yeah,
Chase had to run, and we were just trying to get it done quick.
Yeah, Chase had to take a second on his verse, but basically with your verse, like we all just wrote your verse together, which was really like fun to do, because it was like piece by piece. Like that was me, and then I was like break her down, and then you were like turn that frown upside down, and then Ben's like should be happy, should be good, and Tegan's like she be screaming like she in the hood.
It was a combination of a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. But I guess what I like about Ascension 2 is it takes everything like out of like what we made, and it just kind of combines it all in like a very tightly packaged, like easy to listen project, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, it doesn't overstay its welcome at all. Like it's barely it's like just 30 minutes, I think. And I don't know, I think that works to its favor too.
No, I don't. My bad.
Did you open your inventory?
Yes.
Having some trouble?
Yeah, just a little bit. My bad.
No, you're good.
But no, what were we talking about?
No, you're good. No, you're good. You're good. I was just basically saying like Ascension just took a lot of like what we made in the past and kind of put it all together like in the best way possible. Like I was just saying, I was really satisfied with the project.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because I mean,
it kept a lot of. It took a lot of time and it took a lot of effort, but we put it in, and like everybody pulled together to do it.
Everyone was on their A game. Like everyone, all the features. Me and you too. Like we were both like. I don't think I rapped that tightly like before. You know.
I don't think I have ever.
And
either,
you,
like,
of course, yeah, for sure. Like front stunt, dude, that shit goes so hard.
Like, I don't want to seem self-conceited. Or
I know.
anything,
Yeah.
I listen to that shit all the time. I listened to it earlier today playing video games.
I mean, it's like I don't want to be conceited either, but fuck it. I mean, we're just kind of happy with what we made, you know. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
But I mean, God, like, I just really like the more serious moments too. They really stick out to me, and I think they were just done really well. Like with LSD, with that track.
Ooh,
Which
that one was fun.
that meant a lot. That meant a lot for you too.
Because that was my first.
Where you were
Yeah.
just like, I got this, you know, and I just kind
That
of
was my getting out of the. What is that? Getting out of the bird's nest
yeah.
and doing it on my own.
I just laid back and chilled for like a couple hours. Just
You needed it. You needed to sit down and chill out. Like
Yeah.
it was hard. It was hard for you
I mean
to focus then because like we had so much going on. We had to do stuff for your mom.
yeah.
Like we were working on music the whole time. You were writing one of the songs, and I'm just like, I like this beat. I'm gonna put something together. You know, tell me if it's shit or not. And then we did it, and it was so good.
It was
came
fight.
out so good.
It was fight. But I mean, also not anymore. Like that's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorite songs I've ever made. Like period. I don't, dude.
Yeah, that one was good. That one was really good.
And Shine too. With
Shine was good. Shine was good.
Forgot to mention Mason is on that track as Vanilla, which he also just like everyone else just went above and beyond, and you know, hats off to everyone that was a part of it.
Right. Like I don't think I've ever had a group of guys like just come together like that and get shit done so quickly
And efficiently too, you know.
Yeah, because that shit was done so so good,
Right.
and
So
so fast.
Apologize for the hard cut, but we are kind of reaching the end here. So I kind of wanted to close off a bit by just asking you, like, what are some future plans you have, you know, or like some ideas, like aspirations, such as careers, or will there be another album, or, you know, what's going on, you know?
All right, so for another album, I was thinking I might be getting leave here soon, due to everything getting a little bit better in the outside world.
Right.
But if we could put something together real quick, we could do it. But I have to be very careful. I have to present myself in a military manner. So
Military
I want to
Teej.
do it, but
That should be the album name, Military Teej.
Military Teej
That'd be kind of dope.
might as well.
Right.
All right, man. I gotta get going anyway. I gotta get going to bed. But have
That's
yourself a good night.
That's totally great. Thank you, TJ, for being a part of this. I'm glad to have opened this up with you because, in all honesty, like, we go way back. You're definitely my oldest friend, and with that, I have infinite respect for you, infinite love. Yeah, you're the fucking man, you know?
I appreciate that. I do. 110% I do. Just remember, I'll always be there, and I'm only a call away, for real, for real.
All right, you have yourself
All
a
right.
good night, and thank you everyone for tuning in. TJ's gonna say his catchphrase when he ends a call,
God,
and that'll be it. Thank you guys. Bye, TJ.
stop throwing the ball at me, gosh darn it. All right. You have a good night, man.